Good day, wonderful skiers. In this video we're gonna look at the first 10 tricks to learn on boxes and rails. It's gonna start at the absolute basic and then slowly build on new skills and do harder and harder tricks. So it's gonna have a bit of something for almost all freestyle skiers. Let's get started with how to 50-50. Here's a perfect first box to do a 50-50 down. It's wide enough to fit both feet and it's a little bit down so that you can practice the ability to pop on it and move your weight so you're perpendicular to the box. You can also practice, look at the end of the box from the top of the in-run, and once you get close to the box, move your eyes towards the landing for better balance. Let's do it. For all these box and rail tricks, it's a good idea to have the top of the boot a little bit looser than usual, because many people are just so stiff-legged, and I find it easy for people to get used to the balance. This way you'll just feel a bit more in control. For the 50-50, I align myself in the middle of the box. I look at the end of the box right now, and then drop in, have this little pop, and top out. Sweet. So you build the habit. You can also try looking at the end of the takeoff, and then as you get close to it, you move your eyes to the landing. For this box, get into the middle, hand by the knee, then we're going to practice the position. Quite wide feet, and you just go off to whatever direction you go off. After many attempts of that, you're ready to hit it with a tiny amount of speed. And then we're going to wind up and then set off a bit of rotation and try to grab the knee to make us go a little forward. 1, 2, 3. Wind up, hops, grab it, and then go off the switch. Boom! Your first ever box trick that really counts. For all the grinds in this video, try to stay a bit low, both in the in-run and on the rail, to lower the center of gravity a little bit. Wind up a little bit, immediately heel down. You might need to flatten it if it's a long rail. Bam! All right, same thing now, but let's align ourselves to the left side of the box and only start to follow the rail of it. Hand on the knee and then drop the toe, like this. Nice and slow. Rotate on, boom, toe down. It's gonna make you spin faster. Let's do our first very rail or tube, whatever you got. It's important that the first one has a straight on jump that goes all the way up to the top of the rail, and the rail has a large diameter and that it's flat. And this one got 3 out of 4 right. So let's do it on it. So we drop in, I look all the way to the end of the rail, a nice little pop, look at it and drop the toe. So the front foot toe, I dropped it a little bit at the end, tell me spin quicker out. Now let's try the frontside 90 out. So if this is the box, you gotta ignore this whole part and just follow the right hand side if you want to do it with your right foot first. And then think about the downhill foot to land on the box with a little bit of an angle. Maybe you need to flatten it and then press down with the heel more at the end of the box, just like this. Frontside 90, it's great to practice on hard ground like here. I'm standing next to a little line there. Work on a little wind up, set it off, boom, and then land immediately with the front foot heel down. And then you can flatten it a little bit and then set it off to forward again. So I'm aligning myself to the side, drop in, spin, heel down. And a very gentle pressure on the heel is a must to not start rotating too early. Boxes are actually much harder to use what we call pedaling, locking or scissoring technique with the feet than rails, because you really got to be on the edge or it doesn't work. First rail to frontside 90 out, flat, and a jump straight on it like this. Because it's quite long, you got to be gentle with the front foot heel, flatten it and then down again at the end often. Because if you're too aggressive angling the front foot down, you're gonna spin too soon and take the rail between your legs. You gotta be gentle. Down, flatten, down, out. Here's a perfect first feature to approach from the side. Just like that. Gentle pop. Boom. A perfect first feature to approach from the side. Just like that. Gentle pop. Boom. That's a good beginner feature. All right, let's get used to rotating and features like boxes with a surface 360. First of all, just wind up and pop a normal 90 and make sure you land with the skis as flat as possible in a low stance, and just dare to look up the in-run again as a first step. Nice and low, ready for the pop, set it, boom, and I'm looking up. I didn't even mean to do it, because I just want you to dare to look up, and you're probably going to go off the switch and not do the whole thing. But start with that, just a 90 on, dare to look up and go off the box, however it works out. Once you've done that, then spin a little harder, look up, and then dare to look over the shoulder, and hopefully you'll see a landing. Oh, nice and slow, set it off harder, boom, look up, and around, there it is, a landing, almost a surface 540. When doing the surface 360, the good idea is that you align yourself a little bit more towards the right side of the box, so that you can drift a little bit left as you go over. Hey, join one of the freestyle camps for adults where we in a friendly environment coach you slow and steady to learn many exciting tricks like these. Hope to see at one of them. All right, let's learn how to 270 out. We're actually going to teach you both ways. Front side with your chest towards the landing, and backside with the backside towards the landing. First place to practice this is on hard packed ground. Frontside 270. Let's try to do the following. Rotate on, boom, stop that rotation, flatten that foot with a little bit of wind up, then heel down again. Like such. Let's try a frontside 2 here. Feet in the middle, front foot down, get ready to... Yeah, front 2 for you. The ideal tube to learn 2s out should be a flat one with a large diameter with a bit of a drop off the end. This is not quite ideal, but close enough to it. Frontside 2 out. Remember, posture is king, stay nice and low. Lock a little bit immediately, and then get that pressure onto the front heel again to set off that snappy front 2. Woo. Not my cleanest, but still key. Keep those arms out and stay a bit low, so you have some arms to swing with as you pop off and use a nice pedaling technique. If you struggle spinning fast enough off, I recommend you try to look up the hill on the front side 2. Boom, kind of like that. For the backside 2, first do some practice on hard ground. To do the backside 270 good, you gotta learn to spin on it. Stop that rotation so you can slide the whole rail, then dip the nose, bam! Set off that 270. Backside 270, box in the middle, arms out, drop the toe. Yeah! Because the rail is quite long, and if you would rotate on and directly dip that front foot's toe, you would get the rail between your legs too soon. So what you gotta do is you jump on it, drop the front foot's heel first to stop that rotation so you can follow the rail the whole way, and then dip the toe down and pop that 270. Backside 2, what a wonderful trick. It is a little tricky. Remember to lock this rotation, boom, then down with the toe. An additional tricky thing about this trick is that there's a risk you could bang the noses into the rail. Therefore you need to pop a little higher and try to lift the toes in your boots to get the noses up and over the rail without going bang. The lame way of doing a front swap is by using counter rotation like this. Wow! It is awesome sometimes, but let's challenge ourselves and really rotate on, stop that rotation and set it off from your feet just to develop good habits. Continue off the switch, it's the easiest. Let's front swap this tube, and let's not do a shift or counter rotation, but rotate on, stop it, set it off. We'll need the first 2/3 to get ready, boom! And then swap onto the last third or so. And the better you get, the sooner you'll be able to do it. Woo. For the back swap, let's make it hard for ourselves and rotate on, stop that rotation, then down with the toe, do the swap, continue out to forward. Let's back swap the tube the hard way. Land on it, just control the rotation a little bit, then start a second rotation for the back swap. And for the head, it's gonna feel like I'm doing a 270 even. And you just continue looking around your shoulder towards the landing, while the skis actually only do a 180. Now I'm gonna look really to the end of the rail, even the landing. Oh, that was a clean one. So in order to make that one a bit cleaner, I try to really align myself parallel to the jump with a gentle side jump on and look really far ahead at the end of the rail, even towards the landing, could help you make it to the end. Switch lip on. I want you to have a little bit of pop with rotation. Pop off the tongues of your boots like this. And dare to lift the noses up or the toes up so you can rotate the skis over the rail without getting stuck. For the switch lip on, if you don't have too much traffic, you can stand on the side of the feature, think about how you're gonna do it. Get a bounce off the boot, lift the noses up and land. Oh, the major fear people have is that they're gonna smack their noses into the rail. So just make sure you have enough distance sideways, enough speed, and that you nail that pop in a safe environment first. K-Fed is many people's first combo trick, where you do a front swap followed by a back 270. And also here I think we should make it hard for ourselves by rotating on, stop that rotation, set it off in the other direction pretty fast, maybe drop the toe a little bit before you set off that 270 out. But you can also use counter rotation, because here, look how much wind up I have for a super fast 270 out. I just prefer to make it hard for people and develop the foot skills. Okay, let's nail a legendary K-Fed. This is what I want you to do. Rotate on, stop that rotation as you wind up a little bit. Set off the front swap, and as you land, immediately drop the toe and try to accelerate this rotation by pressing down the toe, popping, pulling in the arms, and stomping the two out. I have to spin a little fast this time. Why is K-Fed called K-Feds, the freestyle ski trick? See what ChatGPT says. Its name is a playful reference to Kevin Federline.
What? Rolling VIP.
Federline!
What?
Fries!
Popularly known as K-Fed.
Yo, who got it better than me? Federline on the block, rolling VIP.
Who was a prominent figure in pop culture around the time this trick gained popularity. Skiers often assign such names to tricks with humorous nods to celebrities or cultural phenomena. I have never heard of this person before. A not very good way to do the Britney is with the dramatic dance moves. Oh, so smooth. The count rotation. Look how much wind up I have. Drop the toe. Set off a super fast 180 and then just continue it. So you only have to do one move, one fast swap that leads into a 270 out. But this is not a very good way of doing it. But it's a bit more like Britney Spears. The better way of doing it is like this. Rotate on, boom, stop it, drop the toe, set it off, drop the heel, set off the 270. Because if you practice that, you can start doing like 450s out easier. We're gonna do the ski trick Britney now, but I'd like to know, so I'm asking ChatGPT right now, why is the ski trick Britney called Britney?
Oh, nice. The ski trick. Britney got its name as a playful nod to Britney Spears. Skiers sometimes draw inspiration from pop culture when naming tricks. And this one supposedly mimics her iconic dance moves or style, like head tilts or dramatic gestures. It's more of a fun association than anything deeply meaningful. Let me know how your attempt goes.
Well, yeah, so that's why it's called Britney. Let's stomp the Britney. I'll spin on. Not really stop the rotation, but just block it a little bit and then, so spin on, back swap and start it. Let's go for a little party here. That was fun. And top tip on this one is to, do the back swap pretty early. I think it helps to be a bit longer on the rail before you set off the front two out. Let's learn our first proper combo with a 2-on to K-Fed. I chose this trick over pretzel and stuff because it's kind of easy because you spin only one way. But first practice it on hard pack. This is what to have in mind. On the 270, I like to counter rotate a little bit before the landing so the feet complete it a bit before my upper body. Then drop the heel, boom to the swap, maybe drop the two a little bit and then set off the two out. Because you're spinning pretty fast on, it's easy to keep spinning throughout the rail and into the landing. In order to nail this trick like I did this morning, first attempt, wow, on the doggy house, so sick, is to do the following. Like any 270 on, you kind of want to have the feet finish the 270 before the upper body, and I'm going to straight away continue using this rotation to set off the swap and then pop again to set off the last 270. Ah, that felt good. Ah, that felt good. Consider joining one of our freestyle camps, ski technique or freeride camps for adults if you want to have some excellent coaching through all these tricks and much more. And here's a video YouTube thinks you will love. Hope to see you in the next one. Ciao for now.